Gareth Bale, the Welshman who's got his own sweet left foot. I think it's about time he left Real Madrid. If he did, I wonder how he'd get on back at Spurs. Now, the Welshman joined Real Madrid back in 2013 for what was then a world record transfer fee of around £85 million. During his time at the Bernabeu, he has won, you name it, he's won it. La Ligas, Champions League, Copa del Rey's, Super Cups, Spanish Cups, the list goes on. But, there is a big but when it comes to Gareth Bale. Is he happy there? And does he fit in with Real Madrid moving forward? I don't think so. I mean, let's be honest, he'd probably be much happier on the golf course right now than at Real Madrid. Look at that smile. Look how happy he looks there. Much happier than when he actually won La Liga a few weeks ago. Now, Bale was close to leaving Real Madrid last summer to go to China. The move, however, didn't materialise. This summer, there's been more rumours and more talk of him leaving the Spanish capital with a potential return to Spurs on the cards. Tottenham fans, let me know, is Gareth Bale someone you would want back at the club? I know the wage might be a little bit high, but is he someone that you'd want to see back at Spurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? Also, a big thanks to Aberrant FM who made this database for me, allowing me to do this experiment. He's on Twitch, he's on YouTube. Please go and give that man a follow. Subscribe to his channel. I'll leave all the links down in the description. Okay, welcome to another Sweet Left Foot Simulates video, and welcome to Gareth Bale at Tottenham. We've transferred him back to North London on he's only on 230 grand a week, so he's taken a bit of a pay cut here. Still valued at 80 million. He's got a 3-year contract at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium after 6 years spent in Madrid. Like we said, he won everything there was to win at Real Madrid. Champions Leagues, La Ligas, Copa del Rey's, every trophy possible. Can he deliver for Tottenham? Can he win them a trophy? I think the first trophy they would have had since the Carabao Cup about 10 years ago. Spurs strike me as a team that have always needed that one extra player to take them over the top. Could that be Gareth Bale? I really think it could. At 29 years old, very experienced, still very, very good if you look at his attributes here. And he could be the man Tottenham have been missing. Did they ever really replace him? I know they had all that money and they spent it on quite a few different players, but did they ever really replace Gareth Bale and what he brought to the team? And speaking of the team, this is what manager Jose Mourinho has to work with this season. We know all about these players. We know all about Spurs. We know what the squad is like. Like we said, a very, very good squad. No Christian Eriksen, of course, now. But I think they just needed that one extra player. And Bale should slot in quite easily here. He joins quite a scary attacking force of Lucas Moura, Dele Alli, Steven Bergwijn, Son Heung-min, Eric Lamela and Harry Kane. So you think goals would not be an issue for this team. And when you think about how good Mourinho is tactically and defensively, I've got big expectations for this side this season. If we look at the season preview, Tottenham are expected to finish 4th in the Premier League this season. I'd expect them to do a little bit better than that. And as you can see from the projected lineup here, they're starting Bale on the right-hand side, I'm guessing as an inside forward. Of course, it would be nice to see Gareth Bale have a really productive season back at Spurs. That's the whole idea of the video. That's what we want to see. But at the same time, Spurs are in 4 competitions this season: the Premier League, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup and the Champions League. What we're going to do is skip ahead a whole season. We'll come back around the end of May 2020 and we'll see if Tottenham have been able to win any of these 4 competitions. And, of course, more importantly, in my opinion, we'll see how Gareth Bale has fared in his first season back in the Premier League and his first season back at Tottenham. Okay, welcome back. It's the 31st of May 2020. I have no idea how Tottenham have got on this season. This is the page the game has loaded on when we're back from holiday, so it doesn't tell us anything. So let's find out together, shall we? Let's find out together. Tottenham Hotspur, how have we got on? We'll have a look here. 5th in the English Premier Division. Jose Mourinho still the manager, which is good. Let's have a little look at how they did in the competitions this season. We can see they've won a trophy. They've won a trophy. They've got their hands on another trophy. I know it's the Carabao Cup, but every trophy counts. I'm sure they'll be happy. You get one, they start to snowball. We'll come to that in a second. Let's look at the Premier League. Tottenham finished 5th, 7 points behind Man United in 4th, but above Arsenal, so I'm sure that'll please all the Tottenham fans. 17 wins, 14 draws, only the 7 defeats this season. Not a bad start, something to definitely build on from there. I would like to see Tottenham challenging at the top of the league during this experiment, but they're 33 points off Man City at the moment, so hopefully they can start to close that gap. Interestingly, down here, the top goal scorer for Tottenham this season was Lucas Moura with 14 goals in the league. The highest average rating was Harry Kane with a 7.6. Harry Kane also got the most assists with 11. So Gareth Bale, not the top goal scorer, not the highest average rating, and not with the most assists. The Champions League, they were knocked out in the first round by Napoli. Who was in their group? Let's have a look. Man City win the Champions League, beating Chelsea in the final. What group were Tottenham in? They were in Group A with Barcelona, Benfica and Galatasaray. So with Barcelona, you'd probably expect them to come second in the group. 3 wins, a draw, the 2 losses, obviously to Barcelona, both home and away. And in the first knockout round, a 3-2 aggregate defeat to Napoli. They lost the home game, which must be extremely frustrating. In the FA Cup, they were knocked out by Chelsea, which must be annoying considering that's, you're knocked out to a rival. We'll have a look at what the score was there. Man City win that competition as well. What was it, the 4th round they were knocked out in? Where are Tottenham? 3-0 away at Chelsea, so it seemed quite convincing. In the Carabao Cup, though, they've got a trophy in their cabinet. They've won a competition, and they beat Arsenal in the final 2-0. I mean, can it get much better than that, Tottenham fans? Well, it probably can, because it could have been a bigger competition, but you've got to start somewhere, and getting the first one on the board is important. A 2-0 victory in the final. Gareth Bale played the entire game pretty much, subbed off in the 90th minute. Harry Kane and Dele Alli get the goals. There you go, there's the first one, the first trophy, at Arsenal's expense as well. Let's have a look then at how Gareth Bale has done this season. Where is he? Where are you, Gareth? There he is. All right, let's have a little look. In 23 league games this season, he's only scored 7 goals and got 2 assists. I'd expect a lot more from him. An average rating of 7.02. No man of the match awards either. That's a bit annoying. I did expect him to do a little bit better. He knows the league. He knows Tottenham. He's familiar with things here. It's not like this is new to him. He's playing with good players. He's got a good manager. That, I think, is a little bit poor on his behalf. If we have a look down here then, Bale has only scored 9 goals in 32 appearances in all competitions this season. I don't know about you, that strikes me as he hasn't played too many games there. Has he been injured at all? Well, have a look at his injuries this season. He must have had 1 or 2 injuries, you'd think. Where were we? Goodness me, he's had a fair few injuries. I think the game starts from around here, the 2nd of August 2019. So he's had a tight thigh, a tight groin, a pulled hamstring, a broken ankle, the flu, another tight groin and a pulled calf muscle. He has missed a fair amount of action this season. 3 months for the broken ankle, 3 weeks for the pulled calf muscle, 2 weeks for the pulled hamstring. So yes, he's missed over half the season, you'd think. Hopefully, next season he can avoid some of these injuries and kick on and play a few more games. I don't know what we call this then in terms of success. Obviously, success in winning a competition, the Carabao Cup. Champions League could have gone a little bit better. The FA Cup, it's a tough away draw against Chelsea. The league, you'd think Tottenham would want to push for the top 4. So it's a very mixed bag this season. It's hard to judge Bale as well because of all those injuries. You got to think if he played the full season and didn't have those, he would have scored a lot more, made a lot more, and probably contributed a lot more to Tottenham having a better season. Okay, what we're going to do is skip ahead another year. We'll come back around the end of May 2021 and we'll see if Spurs have been able to win any other competitions, make progress in the league, and hopefully Gareth Bale hasn't got himself injured and he can play a significant role in their season. Okay, welcome back. It's the 1st of June 2021, the end of the 2nd season in this experiment we're running here. And there's nothing here that tells me how Tottenham or Bale have done this season. So let's find out together how Spurs have got on this season. They finished 3rd in the Premier League. That is superb. Mourinho's still in charge. Tottenham finished 3rd in the Premier League, 79 points. Just 3 points off Liverpool in 2nd, 8 points off City, who win the league again. But we did say at the end of last season, I wanted them to close that gap. I think it was something like 33 points. They've closed that to 8, which is superb. Saying that, I think they've only just snuck into the top 4. 1 point ahead of United in 4th, 3 ahead of Chelsea in 5th. And again, 9 points ahead of Arsenal in 6th. They keep finishing above Arsenal. Let's have a bit of a better look at the Premier League. 23 games won this season, 10 drew, only 5 lost, which is joint best in the league with the title winners, Man City. So it's those draws that have killed them this season. If they'd have turned some of those draws into wins, they could have been well in the title challenge. Harry Kane was the top goal scorer for Spurs in the league this season with 18. He also had the highest average rating with 7.71. But Gareth Bale is down here with the most assists for Spurs with 8. So that is promising. In terms of the domestic competitions, they went out the FA Cup in the 5th round against Liverpool. Again, a tough draw in the FA Cup for them this season. And they couldn't defend their Carabao Cup, knocked out in the 3rd round by Manchester United. Two tricky ties. Were both of them away? We'll have a quick look. The FA Cup, what was it? The 5th round they went out in this. They were at home against Liverpool. They lost 3-1 out in the FA Cup 5th round there. And the Carabao Cup was the 3rd round. The 3rd round of the Carabao Cup. Where are they? They lost at home again against Man United on penalties. So 2 home defeats in the cup competitions. That's rather annoying. And of course, they didn't get the top 4 last season. So they were in the Europa League. Knocked out in the 2nd knockout round by Atalanta. You'd think Tottenham would be demanding more than that. This is a team that got to a Champions League final. They can't be going out in the 2nd knockout round to Atalanta. We'll have a quick look who was in their group. Where are they? Where are Tottenham? They're right down here. Milan, Tottenham, Fenerbahce and KV Kortrijk. I think that's how you say that name. Again, finished 2nd in the group. 2 defeats. Again, to the superior team. Milan home and away. Who did they have in the 1st knockout round then? Because they got through that okay. Where are they? Where are Spurs? Spurs. They had RB Salzburg. They beat them 5-1 on aggregate. So that was a good win. And then the 2nd knockout round, they had Atalanta, lost 5-2 on aggregate. So beat pretty convincingly there. In terms of this season and success, I think in the Premier League, it is a success to finish 3rd and close the gap to Man City. But the Europa League, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, I don't think we can count that as a success. Even though they've gone out to good teams, Atalanta, Liverpool, Man United, these are the teams that are sort of on the same level as Spurs now. And if they want to be winning these competitions, they're going to have to be beating these sides. Let's have a look at how Gareth Bale got on this season then. Hopefully, his output and his contribution was better than last season. As you can see, he's played 29 games in the league, 7 goals again, just like last season, but 8 assists, an improvement of 6 on last season, 1 Man of the Match award. Funny enough though, his average rating has gone down to 6.96. Again though, I feel like we should expect more from Bale. He's such a good player and I don't think this output and this contribution to this Tottenham team is good enough. As you can see down here, 11 goals and 10 assists in 36 starts in all competitions. That sounds a little bit better. A contribution to 21 goals in about 40 games. So averaging a contribution to a goal every other game. Should we expect more from Bale? I don't know. You tell me. Should we expect more? Is that enough, what he's doing at the moment? We'll have a quick look at his injuries. See if he was fit and healthy this season. It doesn't look like it, does it? This tight thigh on the 10th of July would have been the first injury coming into this season. So he's had a tight thigh, blisters, another tight thigh, pulled ankle ligaments, pulled wrist ligaments, another tight thigh, and pulled ankle ligaments again. The injuries didn't keep him out for a long time, 2 days, 3 days, a couple of weeks here and there. So no long-term injuries, just annoying injuries. As you can see, a few of them through wear and tear. Maybe his age is starting to catch up with him. If we look at his attributes here, his physicals seem to be going down. 31 years old, acceleration down to 12, pace down to 13, agility down to 11. You've got to think as well, they're going to keep deteriorating as we continue forward. Still technically very good. Mentally, I think, could be a little bit better as well. Apart from his flair and his off the ball, not very good mental stats either. Of course, he's only got 1 more year left on his current contract at Spurs. It expires at the end of next season. So what we're going to do is skip ahead to the end of next season, see if A, Spurs offer Bale a new contract, B, if not, where does he go, and C, see if he can contribute to Tottenham, putting together a title challenge or potentially winning another trophy. Okay, welcome back. It's the 31st of May, 2022. Again, there's nothing here that tells me how Tottenham or Bale have got on this season. So, as we have all video, let's find out together how Spurs have done. Remember, 3rd in the Premier League last season. Let's hope they've built on... Oh, I was going to say let's hope they've built on that. As you can see there, 7th. This doesn't look good. They've also had a change in manager. Murad Musayev, the Russian, is in. Jose Mourinho has, well, he's either left or been sacked. I can only assume, based on their finish this season, he was sacked. But we'll see it here. As you look across the board, no trophy wins this season. Tottenham, after the 3rd place finish last season, they finished 7th this season. So they've really gone backwards in the league. A massive 36 points off top of the league, Man City, who win it for the 3rd year in a row. 18 wins, 6 draws, 14 defeats for Spurs this season. Not a good campaign for Spurs this season. Harry Kane, the top goal scorer in the league with 17, also with the highest average rating of 7.56 and with the most assists of 8. So Harry Kane, you can assume he's carried them to this 7th place finish this season. Domestically, knocked out of the FA Cup in the 3rd round by Newcastle. We'll have a look what the score was there, the 3rd round. Where are they? Newcastle, they lost 3-2 away against Newcastle. And the Carabao Cup knocked out by Arsenal in the 4th round We'll see, was that home or away? What was the score? They were away. They lost 1-0 there. The Champions League as well, knocked out in the first knockout round by Lyon. We'll have a look at who was in their group. Where are we? All groups. Where are Spurs? Okay, Group C with PSG, Dynamo Kiev and Borussia Mönchengladbach. Again, they go through as the second place team behind PSG. 1-4, lost 2. Again, they've lost 2 games to the superior team in the group, PSG. That's been a recurring theme in the 3 seasons we've played. And in the first knockout round, they were knocked out against Lyon 3-0 on aggregate. They lost 1-0 away and 2-0 at home. So not really putting up much of a fight in the Champions League this season. More importantly though, let's see what Gareth Bale has done for Spurs this season. He's still there, which is nice. Probably not for long though. He's transfer listed for 8.75 million. He's worth just over 15. He's been given a contract extension, I assume, until the end of next season. But he is transfer listed after 3 years back at White Hart Lane. As you can see, his physicals, like we said at the end of last season, continued to deteriorate. Acceleration 9, agility 7, pace 10. They're not looking good. His mentals are still very average. Apart from flair and off the ball, very, very average. Technically, he's still a good player, but you can tell now the age is starting to catch up with him. We'll have a look at what he's done this season in the league for Spurs. This has been his worst season at the club. We can see here just 2 goals in 17 Premier League appearances. That is not good. No assists, no man of the match, an average rating of 6.81. If you have a look down here, he didn't play much for Spurs this season at all. Only 2 goals in all competitions. It was those 2 in the league, which he only started 4 games. He came off the bench 13 times. I don't know if this season it would have been through injury or just because he's not as good as he once was. We'll have a look at his injuries this season. Okay, I think the first injury this season would have been the damaged shoulder on the 27th of June. So he's had a damaged shoulder, a bruised foot, a bruised thigh, and a broken lower arm. He's missed about 2 months worth of action there. 6 weeks with a broken lower arm, 2 weeks with the damaged shoulder. Again, injuries taking their toll. And you'd think now with him transfer listed, not playing much this season already for Spurs, it's probably time they did move him on. That's unfortunate. I really had high hopes for Bale in this experiment. I thought he'd come back to Spurs, be the man to take them over the top, especially with the other transfers they may have made during this experiment. The first season was good. He did okay with his injuries as well. They won a cup. The second season, he improved a little bit, but the third season just has not been good at all. Age has not been kind to Gareth Bale. At least, you know, he might be pushing close to retirement. He'll be able to spend a lot more time on the golf course. In terms of the best 11 for Spurs, season on season, let's just have a look if he was in any of them. The first season we did, he didn't make the starting lineup in the best 11. He was on the bench, however. The second season, he did make the best 11 in the second season, starting out on that right wing role. But there's no way he would have made the best 11 this season just gone. Not a chance. Not with the amount of football he played. When did Mourinho get sacked then? Or did he leave? Jose Mourinho got sacked on, the 5th of February. What happened on the 5th of February? Okay, the 5th of February was a 2-1 away defeat against Norwich. That must have been the final straw for Daniel Levy. He subsequently fired Jose Mourinho. And there we go then. The Gareth Bale experiment back at Spurs has been finished. How do you think it went? I think it could have gone a little bit better for everyone involved, I think. Spurs could have performed better. Bale could have definitely performed better. But injuries definitely took their toll on the Welshman. We are, however, going to leave this video there. If you've enjoyed it, please do drop a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you all soon for another Sweet Left Foot Simulates video. Take care. Goodbye.